welcome back to Beauty Bee. Today we are talking about the sale. Not just the sale. I think we all kind of know what I'm talking about, but really all sales in general. On this channel, a big focus of mine is budget beauty. So the sale sort of seems on a very, very surface level, like it would be right up my alley. However, I think that the sale can also be the ruin of a lot of beauty budgets. It's, oh, I have 20% off, I have 10% off. This is my opportunity to just buy myself whatever I want, carte blanche. We can go through the platitudes that you've heard so many times. Spending money is not saving money. If you weren't going to buy it anyway, you're not actually saving, you're spending. We know. We've heard it. Now, if sales are a problem for you, maybe the approach that first comes to mind is what I'm going to term the Nancy Reagan approach, which is just say no. You're not going to shop the sale, no excuses, we're done. Now, that didn't work that well for Nancy Reagan, so let's take a little bit more of a nuanced approach to the VIB sale and talk about some of the excuses or reasons that I think people allow themselves to shop the sale, and then some questions to think about to make sure that that reason is actually going to fit in with your goals and help you move in a direction you want to be headed. I think we all know that at least nominally the sale takes place in early November so that we can get some holiday shopping done. And if you are actually going to buy that thing for that person and you can get 10% off, cool. But let's take a step back and really think about what can happen when we buy gifts, especially this early. First, when you buy holiday presents quite early, a month and a half or more ahead of the actual holiday, do you tend to continue to buy, or are you done? If you're going to just buy the big presents, but then as November and December roll along, you find yourself picking up little extra things, maybe you should consider shopping closer to the holiday and just nip any of those little extra expenditures in the bud by doing so. This speaks to me. Do you just lose things if you have them in your house for too long? Because been there. Now, I am not a particularly tidy person. There's a reason that you get to see, like a yard of my room at any time. So when things come in, unless they are going to leave very quickly, sometimes they just get mixed in. If I bought my Christmas presents 8 weeks before Christmas, I think it's like a 50-50 shot for each gift if I would be able to find it when the holiday actually rolled around. And then I end up buying a second gift, which does not help me save money. So I just keep off, wait a little while, and buy a little bit closer to the actual holiday. Another thing to consider about gifts, if you have gifts for a while, do the gifts for other people sort of slowly move to being gifts for you? I think we've all kind of been there where you buy the white elephant gift for an exchange, I'm sure that a Secret Santa will come up or some white elephant gift exchange will come up, so then I won't have to go to the store. But you buy something that you kind of want, and then maybe the Secret Santa exchange doesn't happen, or the white elephant exchange doesn't happen, and then, oh, what a shame, I guess I have a present for me now. Now, if you have a tendency to do that, especially this year, because I'm guessing that there are going to be far fewer gift exchanges. Maybe lay off because you're telling yourself you're buying a present for someone else, but really, I think we all know that it's a you present. The next reason people give for shopping the sale: this is my chance to try X product that I can't usually afford. Now, especially with the VIB sale, if you cannot afford the item at its usual price, you really probably cannot afford it at the reduced price. I get 10% off during the VIB sale. If I cannot afford a $129 palette, can I really afford a $116 10-cent palette? No. That doesn't make any sense. Yes, if I was actually on my way to go buy that $129 palette, it might be great if I showed up and it turned out it was $116. And if you are saving a little bit more significant chunk of money, if you're saving 20%, that might be an indicator to maybe look at your purchasing habits, look at your spending habits, and decide if you really do want or need more makeup. If you are spending a huge amount of money at Sephora every year, $1,000 is a lot of money for practically anybody, and you're using a 20% off coupon to justify a large purchase, it may be time to reflect a little bit and consider your relationship with beauty products. I'm not saying you have a problem, but I'm saying that a little bit of self-reflection and just really being honest with yourself and thinking through your situation is rarely a bad thing, and this VIB sale might be that annual checkup for you, just to think about your relationship with beauty and if you would like to change it going forward. Now, let's say you have determined that you cannot actually afford the item at full price, but you can afford the reduced price, and this is the thing. This is the thing you want. That might be a good time to do a little bit more research. Most of the brands sold at Sephora, I think the exclusions would probably be Chanel, YSL, the more traditional luxury brands, will have better deals available on their own website. Now, this might be a good opportunity to do some Googling and figure out what their Black Friday deals, Cyber Monday deals were last year. Most brands are pretty consistent. They offer roughly the same deals year to year. I mean, we complain all the time about the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty basically having the same things year after year. Brands do the same thing. They offer more or less the same sale every Black Friday. So this might be a good chance to figure out what that sale is, figure out if maybe you can get the item at a better price. Another perk of ordering from these brand websites is that those little extras that we tend to add to our cart, because, you know, we're already making an order, might as well make it count and get everything. There tend to be a lot fewer options of things to do that with. So it might be easier to stick to that one or two items that you actually want rather than ending up with 6 or 7 little things because they're on sale and because you were making an order. Another reason that I see people shopping the Sephora VIB sale in particular is that it's a great time to stock up on whatever. Usually this is a couple of staple makeup products, maybe foundation, concealer, mascara, skincare, hair care. And like all the other reasons we've gone through, it's not an unreasonable thought to have. I mean, if you actually were going to buy backups, it makes a lot of sense to get them for some amount off, especially if your go-tos are quite expensive. However, I think we need to really consider just how long it takes us to use things up and how many backups we already have. Especially with certain items, they're just not going to be as good if they just sit there for months before you get to use them. That serum might not be as potent. Your sunscreen may no longer actually be sunscreen, it's just lotion if you wait for too long to use it. And how certain are you that you are going to buy that same thing? For example, I am very confident buying backups of my CoverGirl mascara because I've been using the same kind since 2014 and just repurchasing time after time. I still really enjoy it and it's always worked well for me. I'm a lot less confident buying a backup of, say, a foundation or a concealer that I've been wearing for 4 or 5 weeks. Even if I've been really loving it, I don't know yet how this is going to work for me in winter or in summer. So with that kind of product, I would hold off a bit and see if it becomes a perennial favorite or if it's something that by the time I get to the end of the bottle, I'm really not that interested in having another one. All right, so that has been another episode of Iris being preachy and trying to tell people why they never should buy things. Of course, I try to be a little bit more nuanced than that. Let's really consider our purchases before we make them and ensure that those purchases are moving us in the direction of our goals and not setting us back instead. But you know, the Nancy Reagan approach works for some people, and sometimes it is easier to just cut yourself off, stop the train of thought right there, and just, actually not buying anything. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you will consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed, and until next time, happy shopping, or abstaining. Bye!